is on the horizon. Something else on the horizon. We're now past minute 20, so it's time for trivia.
Okay,
You're
I
gonna
should have said
you're-
20 minutes.
You're
damn
gonna like this one, okay? What
Sure.
is the passive aura of Ring of Aquila called?
it. Is that in? Is somebody equipping that item right now?
They took it off.
The passive aura. I have no idea.
Give me your best
Ring of
guess.
Basilius aura. That's what I'm calling it.
Aquila aura.
Oh my god, that was actually not that bad. Not that far away. I get half a point for that?
No.
Okay, thanks.
I mean, you got aura right, but it's an aura, so I don't know if that counts.
That's half, technically.
It's like
You know
saying,
how you
what
feel
kind
about
of
that,
ice
Jose?
cream is this? And then you say licorice ice cream, but it was orange ice cream. You're like, I was close. I got ice cream right. I mean, come on. Of course, it's ice cream.
It's still true though. Carl?
Oh, we have the Echo Slam come out with the BKB's activate. Can they blow up? Faceless Void, absolutely. Arc Splitter does a little bit of damage there, but a big kill on Poyoyo by 23 Savage, who's still top of the net worth right now.
Very swift kill, and of course, they do find the core on VG Gaming that does not have the Aegis in that void, so would not have gone for that play onto Aura with Shaker, I'm sure. They do find Poyoyo, so very nice here. And delay that timing of the Aegis. There's still 3 minutes 20 left for VG Gaming to try to use this Aegis to get mid-tier 1. I still think that's what you really want to try to grab with this, but unfortunately for VG Gaming, struggling a little bit to get in, right? Like, that's the problem. There's no dagger on Old 11. Your cash is pretty limited without it. Void can commit a time walk into Chrono attempt.
But they have the Helm of the Overlord Center. Old 11, he's
They
got
have
the
a
big,
dragon.
juicy golem. No, it's the golem. There's no
They used to
dragon.
have a dragon.
Now it's a golem.
It died.
Yeah, this guy uppercuts like none other in the game. One of the best animations, in fact. Absolutely love this guy. As we see,
I wonder if his eyes glow in the dark.
that's a very random question.
They probably do, actually.
Okay, good to know.
Trivia.
Ori has the invisibility rune here. 23 Savage in the area with Wukong's command available, but of course they don't have Echo Slam, so this will be a little bit of difficult to hold, but 23 Savage does use the Wukong's command, gets roared inside his BKB form, but you can see Kuko and company just focusing on Ori. That is the Aegis down. DYW looking for a potential Echo Stomp here, but there's the jump in, a quick BKB by Ori, trying to turn it around. Laguna Blade takes off the head of Lion as Carl now trying to retreat, but there is the Chronosphere and the counteract from that Solar Guardian. I believe that is the Echo Slam Solar Guardian. The Aghanim Scepter, I should say. The evasion comes through as 23 Savage getting pursued now, completely surrounded. It's going to end up being an easy kill, surprisingly enough for VG, as they continue to try to take T1 out. Echo Stomp onto 2. Now onto the high ground, they will attempt this as that Ogre is still beating the crap out of a dragon.
It is a golem.
What did I say?
Ogre.
Ogre Golem.
I'll give it. It's
Yeah, it is.
Let's
That's
say
true.
Price fine. Like, what's really important about this for VG Gaming is two things. First of all, the amount of spells that T1 need to use to get the Aegis in the first place. They use Monkey King's ult, which ends up expiring. So they just run out of damage on T1. They really need this Wukong's command to continue that fight. Echo Slam was not available, I think, for Kuko, or at least didn't find a good one. And they were hoping to instantly hex Ori out of the Aegis. He popped BKB faster than they could hex.
Yeah.
Lion dies instantly. You have a Dragon Knight out of position who's trying to Dragon Tail Relina, so effectively you just put yourselves in a really bad position when your spells were down. And in hindsight, it's easy for us to say, just take your Aegis kill, be happy with it, back off and lose the tower. But that was not going to work with the way T1 set that up, and they got punished for it pretty hard.
And keep in mind, they didn't have the Echo Slam still, so just came back off cooldown as they used it earlier to get kill prior to that. But you can see the confidence from T1, not having a big ultimate like that, still feeling like they can take them out, but the quick fingers from Ori.
And you did see the impact of Solar Guardian in that fight, by the way. He used it on the Chrono Dragon Knight, who took no damage from Void. Yep. He was actually healing while Dragon Knight, or while Void was attacking him. Just nothing coming out from Poyoyo onto that DK. So if things are set up a little bit better for T1, you're going to see that Solar Guardian play a really big role.
Top of the net worth, though, after dying a couple times, Cinderin, Ori doing very well now. His score doesn't look that great, 3-4-3, but considering he started at 0-2 and 1,
Yep.
has definitely bounced back. Going for the MKB, which
Big
Well,
item
he
from
went
Weaver.
Crystallis first, so I'd assume as a Shadow Blade or the Silver Edge was planned, but switching it up now.
Yeah, he has to solve this Solar Guardian problem. As we talked about, both Lina and Void will likely be going that route, and they do indeed. Void is going to finish Sange and Yasha, and then he's got it planned as well here, Poyoyo. So, you know, you can look at this from two perspectives. You can say glass half full or glass half empty. It's like, yeah, when they both get MKBs, how good is my Ags? But the other way of looking at it is, wow, I made 2 cores by MKB. Right?
Yeah.
So I
But
feel like
it's
that's
not like
worth the
MKB is
4,200 gold.
It's not like it's bad.
It's not a bad item, but it's not what they want, right? It's not the standard build that these two heroes will go for. They're doing it out of necessity here, not because they really want to.
Right.
So you force their hand with one support item, which is pretty nice for T1.
Vici Gaming sporting the 3K network lead. Now this game is super close, and again, just to reiterate the implications, if Vici loses this, they are out. If T1 wins, IG is
They
the
are
next
not out.
opponent. That is technically correct, Sammy. Thank you.
And what do we say to that? Technically correct is?
The best kind of correct.
Thank you, Shane. You've been paying attention. It's very nice.
I feel like you're puppet.
I asked you earlier today and you said terrible.
Buon ka.
Yeah,
Mga
I'm
dega.
sick of interacting with you. I'm just sick of your shits. And
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Zephyr in the trees. He's being spotted out right now. Old 11. I mean, they're just trying to ensure that they will find this kill. They have to expend the roar, but it's going to be an easy one.
Yep. No problemo here.
It's like, hey, Poyoyo, would you like a kill by any chance?
Don't mind if I do. And yeah, the roar is a relatively low
Tingnan
spell,
mo,
right? It's
tama
80-second cooldown on level 2 here for Old 11. So they just
Kasi
want to use
kuha nga
that when
nila
they
na
can't get a pick
upuan.
in. This is a very reliable
Nauloy.
place to find Dawn, by the way. Like we talked about the last couple of Dawnbreaker games with cast, this hero will often gravitate to the top area on Dire to just push out that lane while the team plays together as Horde. And then you want to connect with them with Solar Guardian. So Old 11 can keep sending Hawks up here in the tree line and has a very high chance of finding that Dawn. QIW with the Axe completed. Has
Okay,
found a Psychic
Palestine.
headband as well, so good cast
Yeah, that's
on
fortunate
that. So
for
it's
him.
700 instead of 600.
Yeah, so time lapse can be used on guys with a very low cooldown of, I believe, 20 seconds.
Yep.
The extra cast range now to follow. So
Right.
this is, I mean, I feel like we talked this item up so much, and then in the games, at least the ones we've cast, it has been basically a non-factor. But theoretically speaking, it is super strong.
I feel like even in the games that... So we had one game where the LGD found this amazing chrono with Ame, right? Where Weaver couldn't reach.
Yeah.
But in the Secret versus... Who was it? In the
Yeah, there was one-
Secret
there was one
Elephant, that marathon game where the Weaver Axe did so much work for Elephant. They did lose though, but it was super impactful in that game for sure. QIW hiding off to the side here. If 23 Savage were to get eyes on him, this could be trouble, but he's going to TP out with Shukuchi.
Wow, kapura.
This 23 Savage is continuing to farm up. So any items of note
Ayan,
Cinder, that
nagbangat
we should
naman
be looking forward to? I mean, Old 11, we already talked about the Helmet of the Overlord and the Blink Dagger, of course. Looks like Refresher. It's, I mean,
He can
not a huge
barely
surprise.
support that with his mana, to be honest, but it might just work
That's
out.
true. Oh, we got the Dragon Tail to start things out on the PYW. Do the burst damage indeed. PYW with
Easy
another
pick.
death to his name and
And
another
that
charge
is
for
where you want to
Thunder.
find as T1, because anyone else could get saved by Weaver at any point. And your single target burst on T1 can kill one hero one time. That's basically the limit, right? You have Finger of Death, Dragon Tail, Boundless Strike, and maybe a Fissure. If the target gets time-lapse, you can't do it all over again with the lineup that you have. So very important, if possible, to get on top of that Weaver.
Oh, double damage.
Ori is...
Oh, the hex from Lyron. He's actually going to leave him for 23 Savage, and that is another death now for Ori. Very unfortunate. It's Cuckoo.
So cocky!
Echo Slam BKB.
I mean, from our perspective, obviously this looks crazy, right? He doesn't have the exact vision that would allow him. I mean, okay, let's take a look down there again, right? So they do have an Observer Ward in the Radiant,
Yeah.
but they only have the one that oversees the river, not the enemy side of the river. So Ori just, how to say, he gets a false feeling of safety there from the ward. If he didn't have the ward, I don't think he would have gone for the rune.
Right.
So the ward actually working against him here, and giving him that safety feeling that wasn't there. And T1 punished very quickly with the Blink Lion, get a huge kill on it.
This is still scary. I mean, 30 seconds death timer for Lina, but you're going against Chronosphere, you're going against Elder Titan, quite possibly top 3 Roche defenders in the game.
Yeah. And you're going against Void ET. They're going to give up.
I just said that.
Yeah.
Yep, they're against Void ET.
You didn't say they give up.
Okay, true. Old 11 just biding his time here. Obviously gained so much vision with these Hawks. He does have the shard as well, by the way, which reduces the cooldown of the Hawk and gives you the, what is the actual ability called? Dive bomb for the suicide mission for those Hawks.
That is an awesome skill name. I like that one.
Yep, I agree.
Dito siya nasa sa ligid,
So
no?
now have a smoke from Vici. Looks like Carl did finish his AC, so very, very
Goku.
tanky.
Okay. Ori just walks into the pit and looks around the pit and walks out.
Nobody here.
It's like he saw Roshan for the first time. Nope.
Yeah. Both teams very cautious right now for good reason. This game, obviously, a fairly big deal. Echo stomp from afar, Poyoyo. He's gonna get Dragon Tail to start things out, but Carl looks like he might be regretting his decision.
Hindi,
Just waddle
depende
away
po,
right
kay
now.
support
Time
sa mga
dilation on top of him.
mga
Has to pop his ult along with the BKB, trying to turn this around onto the Void. They get him to about half HP, but doesn't look like they can actually finish off Poyoyo.
They're worried about committing because they don't see PYW, so they don't want to throw spells into the air and get no value. They need some insane burst catch there to kill him before the Weaver can react, and they don't have it.
I like this. They need to fight now. They've already popped the Dragon Form and his BKB.
Elder Titan is going to see them though. Astral Spirit, if he is paying
Cuckoo.
attention, gets the feedback there.
Ori showing himself. Oh, the initial. Oh, they actually missed the stun there from Cuckoo. And he'll have to hightail away here. 23 Savage does get off his ult with the Boundless Strike as well. Poyoyo pops his BKB. They're going to blow up the Lion, and Cuckoo's dead next. That means T1 likely will try to fall back, but that is the buyback now from Cuckoo. 23 Savage on the trees. He gets roared mid-leap. They're going to see him. They're going to drop that tree, and down goes the Monkey King.
Huge fight for BG. They find 3 kills, and one of them buys back, and on a core, they're the Shaker. And if T1 wants any chance of holding this Roche, they're going to have more of those buybacks. They can't hold that with these 3. There's not enough damage between them.
Yeah.
Unless all 5 of Vici Gaming's heroes go together in a hunt and get slammed, you're not winning this fight, and Vici Gaming will not do that.
So this is Roche number 2. Vici Gaming going to get the Aegis likely on Ori. Poyoyo, I would assume, takes the Shard. And he does indeed. So that's going to give him the extra cast range on Time Walk and
birthday niya. One of
reverse
the
Time Walk, which looks funny, but is actually
Alam
not
mo,
bad.
ibiyaan ng mga pagkaon, kung may nakahit.
It's a very good way of getting vision. I think that's the most underappreciated part of the spell, is that you can jump and gather information and jump out.
It is a little bit hairy against the Lion, though.
Yeah, it
in
can
the
be
right
tricky for
situation.
sure. But against most lineups, you will be able to jump in, get a little bit of intel, jump out, and maybe that sets up your team for success. Maybe you break a smoke, maybe you bait a spell, like you said. There's a lot of upsides to this.
Vici Gaming taking control of the outpost now, and you can see in terms of the tower pressure, they have top basically down. The tier 1 and tier 2, so the tier 2 mid will likely be their next choice. But bottom lane, the tier 1 is still there. So, see what they want with this Aegis. If they attempt to go high ground, again, with a Weaver, with that Axe, I feel like going high ground is not that risky, depending on what T1 can try to do to counteract that.
That's true. You could put the, as long as Lina has vision, which you can give her perhaps with a hawk from an angle, she can just hit the tower from the low ground even.
Oh, they can have
Ang
vision.
wala ko naabtan ang namintal.
No, actually,
Carl.
that's T1's vision.
Carl gets
He's going to be
clipped by
spotted.
the
Yep, that's no blink dagger for you.
But,
Poyoyo jumps in. Laguna Blade, goodbye, Carl. And even if he bought back, he will not have Dragon Form for quite a while.
True.
Katong last
Earth's
kong
Glory
last
for
ko
the
yun.
fireworks as well.
Ikaw,
They
ay
don't give him
nagkuhan
any
sir
chance.
eh.
Their
Naaraman
DY,
akong asawa.
they throw everything at him, and well, most of it sticks. The only thing that doesn't stick was the one that was too late.
Bahin ka ng...
So nice kill for
Say,
them. And that's going to be
kuwang,
at least tier 1. I don't think tier 2 is possible. Obviously, the wave bottom Zephyr has done a great job pushing that all the way into the enemy tier 2.
Na, wa, magod
Honestly,
dito
what
stop
VG
lang
could do here is go high ground mid.
I thought they would do that, yeah.
They can definitely do that now. 3 minutes on Lina's Aegis. You know there's no DK. Force that buyback and go with it that way. They're going to cut this wave first, though. Still have enough time. They're going to just try to backdoor the tower. Okay. Well, DD on Lina will do that with Beastmaster Aura.
Can they?
There is Glyph if they want to. They're probably going to save that for high ground here.
Yeah.
Yep, they're going to give it up.
No, no.
They're not.
So it's going to regen a bit as a result, and
Vici Gaming
It's going to region.
wondering whether there's
They
going to
can't
be a hold here or not, but as we can see, that is not going to happen.
We can watch this tower region for another 10 seconds if you want. It's going to take a while to heal up to full. Oh, they're going back.
Even longer now to heal up.
Okay, they can do it without the DD.
Imagine uppercutting
the
a
wave.
building.
Diha,
The fact that he can
gaan
uppercut
na.
a building is impressive.
Ni siya niya. Gagaw na yun.
Granite Golem.
Very big boy.
Big boy indeed. All right, we got the Scotty online for 23 Savage, but Poyoyo has one of his own, which against this lineup is Dawnbreaker, Motherfucker, and Dragonite. Extremely good for the counter regen. Carl jumps in, has his ult activated as well. They will go. The time lapse again, saving Ori, but he's going to get bursted down very slowly. The Aegis goes down despite using the BKB. Chronosphere on top of 2, but there's the Solar Guardian. You can see how much Cuckoo is healing, but the Laguna Blade just rips right through him. No buyback on the Earthshaker. It's a 5v4 just like that.
Splitter.
Yep, we got the Earth Splitter coming out. Trying to apply this pressure to Zephyr right now. Nice Starbreaker, but Poyoyo should be able to finish him off as most of T1 just hightailing back to base. Carl gets taken out. No Dragon Form for you. And Vici Gaming look primed and ready to force a game number 3, Cinderin.
23 Savage having a bit of an identity crisis, saying, I'm not scared, bro, I'm Cuckoo. No, sir, Cuckoo's your teammate on Earthshaker who died before you, trying to find a kill on a Weaver.
Yeah, GG's going to be called.
Yeah.
It is
Nice game for Vici Gaming.
so difficult to play into Weaver Aghanim Scepter. I mean, they had to kill Cuckoo several times over, but they did so regardless. And T1 now potentially, I mean, they're both on the brink of elimination, technically speaking, Cinderin.
Loving the adjustments from Vici Gaming in this game. I really think they got a much better game. The key part for me, even though Ori got ganked a bit, again, the tables were turned in the game from the get-go, right? He's winning his lane, he's forcing the rotations onto him from the enemy team, and it just opens up for both the Beastmaster to maybe get a better game than you could have expected, especially both Faceless Void and Weaver crushing the bottom lane as well. As a result of that, to just end up getting so many victories across the map. And that really, to me, is one of the key parts. And Vici Gaming's lineup, just both drafts are great, but ultimately Vici Gaming come out ahead with that awesome team fight, and of course the Weaver save to close it out in the end. But yeah, what a nice game. Honestly feels like Game 3 is anyone's game. These two teams are very evenly matched. This game was close a lot of the way. So
That's right, Cinder. Very well said. My goodness, you are such a good analyst. I'm so lucky to be right next to you right now. But game number 2 is over, so let's see what the panel